Hey, good morning. We are following some breaking news. I'm Christine Karsten. At 6 o'clock this morning, we learned of a fire that broke out at Juday Creek Golf Course. That's in St. Joseph County, right off of Cleveland and Fur Road. And we want to take you there live right now. We want to give you a live look. This is something we've been bringing you all morning long since we learned of this fire. We do have a photographer on scene, Caleb Steensma. Caleb, you, I hopefully can hear me right now. I was hoping that you could talk to me a little bit about what you're seeing this morning since you got to the scene and what you're seeing right now. I'm hoping that he can hear me. He could hear me just a few seconds ago. Let me see. But either way, let me take this full and show you what we're looking at. Hold on just one second. I apologize. So this is Juday Creek Golf Course, and this is where this fire broke out. 6 o'clock this morning, we are learning several fire departments responded to the scene. As you can see here, we got Mishawaka, we got Clay. For the longest time, from 6 o'clock until I'd say about 7, we saw these fire crews battling this blaze, trying to get it the least bit under control as the flames just continued to rise, is what it felt like. Now we're seeing that we're finally using some water. We can see Caleb obviously on scene here. Caleb, I don't know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Because I can hear you. Let me see if I can actually call him, because I really do want you guys.
I can hear you through the Facebook Lives, but I don't know if you can hear me. But I do have some details that people are going to want to know if you live in this neighborhood around Juday Creek.
Yeah, Caleb, go ahead. We can hear you. I'm actually just going to call you too. For some reason, this isn't working now. But hold on one sec. Let me get you on the line here. Hey, Caleb, yeah, we can hear you on your phone, so on your mic, so just go ahead, take it away. Tell me what you know.
Okay, so what we know is right now I just talked to Clay Fire Marshal, and we were talking about if there was anybody inside when they got here. They said nobody was inside to their knowledge as of right now. And they got the call just before 6 a.m. or just at 6 a.m. And then what he told me was when they got here, the fire had already been going for quite some time. The flames were coming up from must have been the second story or the first story area up to the second story area. So he said the fire had been going for quite some time. It had been very hot at that point. Now what you can kind of see is, as he was saying, as the smoke has started to turn lighter color, that's when they're going to be able to go in and really go at the fire a little bit more. You can see the water and everything hitting it. But the one thing I do want to get to, if you live in the Juday Creek neighborhood around Juday Creek, they're not allowing buses into this neighborhood. Just because the buses can't get through, the fire department can't get through. So if you live in this neighborhood, your kid will not get picked up on the bus.
Interesting. Okay, so we have Caleb. He is our photographer on scene right now. Caleb, it's so loud where you are too, so I'm going to try to hope that everybody can hear you, and then I got to run because we're going to go live in a cut-in. But so what you're saying is obviously really no buses can be brought into this area, so if your kid is trying to head to school, then that could be an issue for you this morning. Also, can you confirm with me, you said no injuries, or they don't know at this point whether or not anybody was inside?
As of right now, they do not believe anybody was inside when it happened. So okay. That's what they're going with right now, is that nobody was inside, no injuries. But the other thing I want to get to real quick is just the amount of water that they've had to bring in. They have multiple crews to bring in water all the way up from Edwardsburg. So just to give everybody an idea of kind of how hot and how big this fire has been.
I do also want you to give a little bit of perspective here, because you arrived on scene when this was fully engulfed, right? We were seeing flames shooting well into the sky. The smoke, as you mentioned, has changed color from extremely dark to lighter. Really quickly, talk to me about what you saw when you got there versus what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a ladder to the right. Basically, flames were up to there, right? We were about 50 yards back, me and another photographer from another station, and you could feel the fire coming off from that. That's just how hot it was. Fire Marshal for Clay said that they had to go on the defensive because of that, because of how strong and how thick the flames were. It was kind of everywhere you didn't know. There was a lot of banging, and you could hear falling, structures going off. I think the patio in the back fell, the roof fell through. So that's kind of what I saw when I got here.
Okay, just a heartbreaking scene. Again, we're working to learn if anybody was injured, including firefighters, but as we heard from Caleb, official crews do not believe anybody was inside. This all started around 6 o'clock this morning in that Juday Creek neighborhood off of Cleveland and Fur, giving you a live look as we continue to follow this for you. Again, we're live on Facebook. I'm about to head into the studio because we're going to bring it to you live on air. Of course, a big story we continue to follow. Caleb, I know you're going to stay on scene. Bring us the latest as we continue to bring everyone the latest. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. Of course, such an important story. We know this is something that affects so many people. Again, I'm on the phone literally with Caleb right now. Caleb, thank you. We gotta go. Again, we're gonna bring you the very latest. If you guys see anything, hear anything, let us know. But we got more crews heading out there as Juday Creek caught fire early this morning. Crews still on the scene, as you heard. They're bringing water in as far as Edwardsburg to continue to battle this blaze. Again, I got to go. I'm Christine Kirsten with 16 Morning News Now. We're going to catch you on air, okay, with the very latest. We'll talk to you soon.